Stop asking, do these colors match? Instead, ask, what relationship do these colors have in common? Because 2025 really opened people's eyes to colors. We started seeing combinations that if people had typed it on Google like 5 years back, Google would have probably said, absolutely not. Mint green and burgundy, and yet look at Bella and Jarvis's wedding. You look at those colors and think, wait, how is this working? And that right there is the point. We have spent years treating colors like mathematics. What matches burgundy? What goes with dusty rose? Can green go with purple? What color works for my skin tone? Oh my gosh. At some point, you need to stop asking Google for permission to get dressed. Because colors don't necessarily need to match. They need to have a relationship. Sometimes the relationship is harmony. Sometimes it's contrast. Sometimes one color dominates and the other is just an accent. Sometimes they are almost fighting and that tension is exactly what makes the combination interesting. And sometimes there is no grand theory behind it. You tried it, you liked it, it worked. That is exactly how I find most of my color combinations. I can literally be walking and I'll just see some random object, lying against the green grass, and I'm like, that's color on the green fabric. I'll be in church, pastor is preaching and I'm listening now, but one small part of my brain is looking at the backdrop and I'm like, hey, those colors, the way that brown is sitting on that blue, imagine that on fabric. That's how much of color inspiration works for me. I practically observe the world, nature, architecture, packaging, interiors, flowers, random objects, things that weren't even trying to be fashionable. Because color inspiration is everywhere once you train your eyes to notice. I think we're starting to enter an era where people are becoming more experimental with colors. Less of, what am I supposed to combine with this? And more of, what happens if I try this? Because your undertone can guide you, the color wheel can guide you, but none of them should imprison you. So train your eyes, experiment, put colors beside each other. Try them on fabric. Change the proportions. Make one dominant and the other an accent, because sometimes the color you're searching Google for, it does not exist. And someone has to try it first. How about you be the first?